Hello guys, how you guys doing today? In this video we are going to go over we're going to be basically explaining the working principles of the Cisco SD WAN solution. And the first solution, or the first device I wanted to talk about on the SD WAN is the vSmart. And the vSmart is the control plane for the Cisco SD WAN. And the vSmart controllers, they facilitate the fabric discovery by running the overlay management protocol, or the OMP, between each other, and also between the Cisco vSmart and the Cisco WAN edge routers, right, that are over here. So they run that OMP between the vSmart and the WAN edge routers. And the edge routers and the Cisco vSmart controllers act as a distribution system for the information required to establish the data plane connectivity between the Cisco WAN edge routers. And this information includes like the LAN reachability, the transport side IP addressing, the IPsec encryption keys, site identifiers, and so on. And all control plane updates are sent from the Cisco edge routers to the vSmart. And what the vSmart do is that they send all those updates to the WAN edge routers that need to get that update. Okay, and in this way, every Cisco edge routers learns about all the available tunnel endpoints and user prefixes in the network. And this is because the control plane is centralized. You are not required to build control channels between all Cisco WAN edge routers directly. All you have to do, just reach out to the vSmart, and the vSmart will give you the update. You don't need to have like a mesh network. All you have to do is just connect to the vSmart, and the vSmart will give you we give the WAN edge routers everything they need. And then we have the WAN edge routers, which is the data plane. And these routers are like I said, the data plane elements of the Cisco WAN fabric. And in essence, they are routers positioned everywhere that Cisco SD WAN fabric must be extended to. And the routers, they are responsible for encryption, decrypting application traffic between the sites. And they're also, like I said before, they establish that control plane relationship with the Cisco vSmart controller to exchange information required to establish the fabric and learn centrally provisioned policies as well. And those routers are standards based OSPF and BGP routing protocols, and the IGRP for learning reachability. And the information side LAN interfaces and brownfield integration with non-SD WAN sites. And the Cisco WAN routers include a very mature full stack routing information, or routing implementation, accommodating simple, moderate, and complex router environments. So that is the WAN edge routers, and that is basically the data plane of the Cisco SD WAN. Then we have the orchestration plane, which is the vBAN. That's the device called the vBAN. And this one is basically is the first point of contact, and it performs the initial authentication when devices connecting to the organization connecting to the organization overlay. So whenever we have a new router over here, if we expand this to a new router over here, the first point of contact is going to be try to reach out to the vBAN so it can authenticate, and then after that we are going to get everything else from the vSmart. And the vBAN facilitates the mutual discovery of the control and management elements, right? The vSmart, the control element, and the vManage, or that we're going to talk about later, is going to be the management element of the fabric. And this is by using, right, the way that they communicate and they authenticate to the vBAN is by using a zero trust certificate based allow list model. And the Cisco vBAN automatically distributes a list of Cisco vSmart controllers and the Cisco vManage system to the Cisco WAN edge router during the deployment process. So that after they are authenticated to the vBAN, then they get a list of the vSmarts and also the vManage, so they can be controlled and they can be part of the SD-WAN, and the VBAN orchestrator should reside in the public IP space or on the private IP space. But if you put it on a private IP space, it needs to be with a one-to-one NAT so that all the remote, especially internet-only sites, can reach it. So if you put it, like I said, if you put it on a private IP or behind a firewall, whatever, you need to have a one-to-one NAT, and you need to allow all that traffic. And the orchestration plane has the following characteristic. It facilitates NAT traversal. It authorizes all control connections. It distributes a list of Cisco vSmart controllers to all the Cisco WAN edge routers, and this happens during deployment. And like I said, it performs initial authentication, and it also orchestrates the connectivity between the management control and data plane. All right, so then we have the vManage, and vManage is the management plane, and the vManage is basically the central point of management for all provisioning, configuring, monitoring, and troubleshooting for the entire SD-WAN fabric. And we are going to go ahead and take a look at the dashboard. And the dashboard over here, here is how it looks whenever you access a SD-WAN, the vManage, so you can control everything. You can see over here that in this dashboard there's two. This is the device pane. You can see that there's the vSmart, vEdge, right? The vSmart is the control plane, the vEdge is the WAN data plane, and the vBAN is the orchestration plane. This is the one in charge of authenticating a edge device whenever they come online, and also provides them with the IPs for the vManage and the vSmart. We have the vManage. You see rebooted in the last 24 hours. So here's basically how the vManage looks, and there's a really nice dashboard. And this is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Make this channel grow by donating. You can go to ccdtt.com/donate, and you can either do it through PayPal or Patreon. If you select the PayPal option, you can select any amount you want. On Patreon, we have 3 different membership, $3, $5, and $9 per month, and you can cancel whenever you want. Also, if you haven't done so, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel at CCNA Daily Tips. Go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye bye.